Just want to chime in quick on discussion and argumentation and debate. And I want to use the Shannon Sharpe and Kwame Brown argument as an example. Again, I'm one of those, I love the realm of debate and argumentation when done aptly, when done righteously, but it can spill over into a realm that logic and facts and grounded claims go awry because people are chastising, name calling, and getting away from the essential argument at hand. I think all of these things went down in this discussion and debate, largely on the side of Shannon, aside from the banter and shit talk from both of them. But in regards to the argument at hand, Kwame's argument, his claim was LeBron is not one of those dudes, the greatest of all time. Not saying he wasn't great, not saying he wasn't talented. He never said that. He knows LeBron is great. We all know that. But as far as top one, two in the discussion with the Jordans and the Kobes, he's saying LeBron is not in that claim. The reason being is from a grounded claim of which he doesn't have a go-to move. His claim is all the greats have a go-to move. Jordan the fadeaway, Kobe mimicked the fadeaway, Kareem, hook shot, Dream shake, Dwayne Wade with a step back, Melo with the mid-range, jab step, mid-range, KD, both shoulder pull-ups, midi game on fire. Most of the greats have a go-to move, and LeBron hasn't shown a go-to move. The reason why it's a grounded claim and not a fact is because a fact would be something we can definitively prove. Go-to move is dependent on whether or not you think it's a go-to move for LeBron, so it's a bit arbitrary. But it's a grounded claim because most of us who watch, we know he doesn't have a go-to move and hasn't shown one in 20 years. He has a couple moves, the step back right, look at the floor, but they aren't patented. They aren't go-to. So that's a grounded claim to support his conclusion that LeBron is not one of those guys. Here's where it goes awry. Shannon Sharpe says, well, what have you done? So this is ad hominem, character assassination. It's also a straw man fallacy and a red herring. A red herring goes away from the point. A straw man fallacy exaggerates the argument. Shannon Sharpe implied that Kwame said he wasn't great or wasn't that dude. That's a straw man fallacy. That's over exaggerating Kwame's argument. His argument is he's not the Jordans or the Kobes because he lacks a go-to move. You know what I'm saying? And a red herring is a smokescreen, along with ad hominem character assassination. So when you say, Kwame, what were you, or you were a bust, name calling, and you're throwing a smokescreen away from the original argument, which is he's not the Jordans or the Kobes for the go-to move. Shannon never attacked the aspect of LeBron not having a go-to move because that's a grounded claim. So in this discussion, in this debate, in this argument, in regards to the initial point, Kwame Brown, in my opinion, used more logic and discernment. And even with the smokescreen of you were a bust, you didn't play, Kwame Brown negated that by saying, Shannon Sharpe, you're a football player. And you talked to Skip Bayless, who didn't make it anywhere in basketball. So if I'm underqualified to talk about the subject, based on your requisite of me not being a great to talk about a great, then you're not a great in basketball to talk about a great. So you guys are underqualified. So though that is a smokescreen, Kwame checked the smokescreen. Now I'm not gonna get into the banner and the name calling and the back and forth, largely for entertainment, but also just some people's methodology of argumentation of name calling and ad hominem and deflecting the argument because they don't have logic to back up their stance. Shannon Sharpe did not use logic to back up his stance by any means. He used ad hominem, which is name calling him a bust. He used red herring, which is segueing or throwing a smokescreen or over exaggerating, or no, throwing a smokescreen by saying Kwame said LeBron was not a great, implying that. And he used straw man fallacy by over exaggerate, or straw man is the over exaggeration by saying he wasn't a great. Red herring is a smokescreen by calling out Kwame, saying he was a bust and he's not a great, which detracts the main argument that LeBron is not GOAT status to Kwame because he doesn't have a go-to move, and all the GOATs have a go-to move. I personally agree with the claim. That's one of the reasons why I don't have LeBron in the Kobe or the Michael Jordan discussion, because one, a go-to move, which you have to watch on film. Two, free throw percentage, which you can watch, but you can also revert to the stats. Sub 70% free throw shooter for his career, sometimes 60% free throw shooter. In a clutch, not so great in free throw shooting as well. And mind state, clutch, killer instinct. You have to watch that too. So LeBron is great, good, in my opinion, but the flaws that he have are too detrimental to the game, and a varied skill set, which Kwame mentions as well. But you have to watch. Some people say, oh, pass, assist, shoot, score, rebound. He got skills. He uses that based on his talent, his natural ability. He got a lot of game-winning layups because he uses talent, that force. Lower his shoulder and bulk a nigga and get to the... That don't require skill. That doesn't require the craftsmanship of basketball. So basketball heads, craftsmen, they denounce a lot of the stats that he's accrued because he didn't exercise the craft. He used his God-given abilities, which is why, to me, he's one of the greats. He's naturally godly gifted in talent and in cognition. He a genius on the court, but he doesn't have the craftsmanship of a Kobe, of a Jordan, of a Wade, of a KD, of a Melo, of a Derrick Rose, of a Baron Davis. You know what I'm saying? It's people who are not as great because they're not as talented, but have way more skill than a LeBron James. Chef Curry, Kyrie Irving has way more skill than LeBron, but he's not greater because of the talent, the natural physicality and mind of LeBron James. So yeah, I agree with Shannon, but it's not about agreeing and being who's right. It's about having a claim and supporting it with grounded claims or facts. And the grounded claim in Kwame's case is he doesn't have a go-to move. He doesn't have a high skill set. Anybody watching the game and watching LeBron knows he doesn't have a go-to move and a high skill set in comparison to the prior conceived GOATs. And with that being said, it's your boy Dame. It's just me, you feel me? Discerning argumentation from the outside looking in. We got a lot of human flaws, fallacies in argumentation, and I want to just show people where they are, where they lie, and bring us back to the facts and the grounded claims. In this argument, Kwame is the only one who made grounded claims to support his conclusion. Shannon just was kind of emotional, in my opinion, in defense. So he went to chastising, ad hominem, straw man fallacy, red herring. Go look those things up and you'll find them in his argumentation. With that being said, it's your boy Dame. And I'll say one more thing. Kwame, he's going against the system. So Skip, Shannon, Stephen A., all those who work for the system will at some point denounce or attack him. You know what I'm saying? He finds himself supporting Kyrie, supporting those who have thrown rocks at the system. So they're all coming for him subtly. You know what I'm saying? He ain't backing down. So much love to Kwame. You feel me? Respect, you feel me, as your independent worker, grinder against this machine. Much love to you. Much love to Shannon too. Much love to everybody, because that's what I'm about. But you can see that the machine is against Kwame Brown. And he fighting back because he using logic in his arguments. So it's a lot of grassroots people watching the comments and like, hey man, nah, this nigga got a point. With that being said, man, it's your boy Dame. Much love to y'all. Peace.